Okay. Happy Monday, guys. I know you can tell. I have a little bit more of a serious tone in my voice than usual.
Why?
You're a little concerned, it seems like.
I'm concerned. I'm worried about Pete. There were some videos this weekend, which our real followers know about because they were posted online so that the world can see what's happening to our Pete right before our eyes, where he was angrily, looks like wasted, running down the street, just not even tipping over birds, assaulting birds. And I really think that I'm saying by summer, Pete is in handcuffs. But I think Pete's going to be arrested.
So a few things.
Yeah.
And we're not even joking. When we were leaving the softball game today, John was like, Pete's nuts. He's going to lose it, huh?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have much more longer here.
Yeah. Well,
So
I just think
I
like
have a few things. Was it always in him, or did Dee bring it out of him?
both.
I'm sure, like, after a long day, following me around, running all over town, I could just imagine he has, like, we had one drink and we were watching the end of the game. He has, like, 7 drinks when he gets home and he's like, fuck thee, fuck. He's just like,
And we have thousands of people calling him an
when
idiot.
he scissor kicked the last bird, I felt that was Dee's face. That's what I felt.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think Pete already has that like Wisconsin just big white dude anger.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to like bar fight.
and this
stuff.
brown guy's just bossing him around like
It's
a
the
little
cow
bitch.
tipping in him, right?
Yeah, it's like
that's
that
equivalent of cow tipping.
Yeah.
Bird tipping, cow tipping.
Yeah. But
So
it's
what exactly
aggressive.
happened, Taylor?
Pete,
I saw you post a video.
Okay, first of all, we see Pete at Run Club, and the Costa Brava kids were there with they're throwing a party that night. So I was like, oh yeah, Pete, you can come. Like,
Who are the Costa Brava kids?
These guys that have this cocktail can.
We were drinking
it.
them after the run.
The
after Run
seltzer.
Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, zero calories,
I love
zero
seltzer.
carb. And they're throwing an event at 41 Ocean. I was like, yeah, Pete, you can come. Sure, you can come with me.
That was Ocean Ave where he was kicking the birds then.
Yeah, on Ocean Ave, yeah.
I thought it was Ocean.
And
There's a lot of cops there.
Yeah, they actually were. So Pete's like, cool, I'm coming. Doesn't say much. He shows up at my apartment with 3 girls, which he didn't tell me were coming. Cool.
Wow, 3 girls.
That's impressive.
That's a
So good
value
for
add.
That's impressive.
I'm going to pass the mic to him. Pete, tell me their ages.
Oh gosh.
No. They're all like friends visiting.
TikTok age.
They're all friends.
They're all 20. The 2 girls are 21. And the third one is 19.
Okay.
But she's the sister of one of them.
So he doesn't tell me that we're going to a bar with a 19-year-old.
Okay.
So thank you, Pete.
In Santa Monica.
In Santa Monica, 41 Ocean.
Yeah.
We get there. He's doing all these TikTok dance moves all over the dance floor. Like, everyone's like, who is this guy doing TikTok dance moves? Like, these aren't relevant.
They were really good. I thought they were some of my best moves.
They look terrible.
I'm sure you did, man. It
Taylor,
looked like
you continue.
And then out of nowhere, we're starting to leave, and it's like very casual. Everyone had a good night. And Pete just starts going ham on these birds, knocking all these birds over.
No one encouraged him to do that.
No, fully just on his own. We get back. He started, this is my friend Mike here. He started, he threw a knife at you?
Right in the kneecap.
He threw a knife. Threw a knife at Mike's kneecap?
I threw a knife at your kneecap. You disagreed with something that I said.
So you threw a knife.
So pizza mess.
okay, yeah,
it's probably well deserved.
It's too messy. Listen, Pete.
Look, it's not what it looks like. It's just like, you catching me in these odd
Pete,
occurrences.
and let me just ask you. I just want to ask you on. I want our audience to join in this.
Yeah.
I want them to be here with us.
Yeah.
Is there anything on your mind? Is there anything you need to talk about?
Do you have white rage?
No. If Dee were to leave the room, it'd probably be.
Oh, it'd probably be a yes.
Yeah.
So we need to catch you without D in the room.
He has brown rage.
Yes, brown.
Yeah, it's not white rage.
I've never dealt with this before. This is all new to me.
Okay, so
Were you in-
tomorrow,
Last
I'll pull you
question.
aside.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
Did you think pushing the birds would impress the girls?
No, because there's no reason to impress them.
I feel like
They're just my.
I feel like the girl. No, but hold on, drama. I feel like the girl in the video looked really like just out of it.
Mortified.
Yeah, she was like, "What's this guy doing?"
Yeah.
She tried to grab him, and he's just like, "No."
Oh yeah,
fuck
she did
this.
try to grab you.
Did
He's
she?
like, I
I
don't need to
haven't-
impress you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone
fuck
at
those
Taylor's,
birds. They're littering.
Instagram
I
to
thought I was
catch the
doing a good
footage.
job.
Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow I'm going to pull you aside without D. We're going to have a little talk. I'm real worried that one morning we're going to be like, hey, has anyone seen Pete? It's like 11. Where's Pete? Has anyone seen Pete? And then get a call. Hey,
Pete's a big dude. I just hope he doesn't beat my ass.
No, I don't. He won't beat your ass. He will go to a bar and try to fight 3 other people.
Yeah.
To take out how he's treated.
Like, that was the only rage of the night, besides apparently throwing
the
a knife
night?
at
Wait,
him.
so what
But the last
happened
time you guys
after-
hung out, you
So wait-
sprayed beer on innocent people.
Okay, that was a different. That was a whole different environment.
Post bird rage, what'd you guys do? Was it normal?
Oh,
went back and chilled then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even. we
Okay,
just
so
went back.
Pete
But
collected
apparently threw a
himself.
knife at this gentleman,
Apparently, yeah. I mean,
So Pete collected his thoughts post rage,
and then threw a
settled
knife
down.
at a friend.
Okay, threw a knife at a guy.
Okay, Mike was very difficult all night though.
Yeah, to be fair, Mike was smoking Pete's Jewel a lot, and Pete was getting mad at him.
That is
He was
weird.
smoking
Why
off
are
his
you-
Jewel.
why are you
Yeah,
smoking his
come
jewel,
on,
That's
Mike?
the problem. Okay. All I'm saying is,
Mike.
all I'm saying is, I feel like in the right environment, which isn't too hard to find, you're knocking over birds, and like someone else is walking down the
All right,
sidewalk.
let's just
they
make a
get
bet.
pissed.
I know I won't get arrested.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
that just white confidence?
No,
That like I can do whatever
Yeah,
I want,
yeah,
I
yeah.
just won't get arrested.
yeah.
If you get a minority cop, you're fucked.
I bet by July 4th, you have had handcuffs on your wrist.
This is. Do you
That's
hear
a
what
good
this
Well, I
guy
mean,
said?
I've had-
He's saying I can walk down Ocean
Yes.
Avenue and push all the birds in I want, and I'll never get arrested.
Yes, yes.
Like, put it if Pete didn't have his skin color and was doing that to birds, he'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we'd lock
and he
you
definitely
up.
wouldn't have that confidence.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
He has that Donald Trump, I could shoot a guy on Fifth Avenue.
yeah.
confidence.
That was exact parallel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so but I'm just saying by July 4th, I hope you won't actually go to the facility. I'm saying handcuffs touch your wrist.
Well, that's happened. It's pretty.
Just
All
saying.
right, there you go.
Just saying. Okay.
You also
LAPD
know
handcuffs
who's
are
going to be
different than
bailing him out. This
Wisconsin.
call's going to be to D.
100%.
That's his first call.
Absolutely.
I have no family here, so
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, D.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Luke and I'm like, Luke. See, I want Luke, the English person, to figure out how to get Pete out of jail.
Whose number do you have memorized? Do you have Dee's number memorized? Luke,
No, I
anyone?
really need to though.
Yeah. You
How
should
do you
really-
not have his number memorized?
I don't have
That's
anyone's
some-
number.
You
memorized.
just press contact.
It's not a thing. I just type in D. I don't
Okay,
know.
well,
Yeah,
you
you're
should
too
memorize it.
young
Okay, I'll work
and
on that.
dumb.
Okay, but if I make it by that time, what's the bet? What do I win?
Raise.
No, I
No.
don't want to raise.
Yeah, I don't want to raise
No,
either.
it can't be financial. That's too
No,
easy.
no, it's way too easy.
What do you want?
I don't know. Maybe you come back to this next week. once I figure
Dedicated
it out.
feed post with Pete.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that doesn't do anything.
That's good.
for
That's
me.
big for you. And
I don't
back
care
home.
about my following. It's fine.
I saw you post one time, like, yeah, guess who shot this photo?
Yeah.
Remember that when you were early here?
Yeah.
Now I don't. I'm the confidence.
You know
the
what
room.
2
Pete
months
did?
ago.
No, hold on. Do you know what Pete did? So Ryan Braun sent his family Christmas photo to the office to me,
Yeah.
and he took a picture and sent it to his friends. How weird is this?
Yeah.
Wait,
Because
why
he's
is
from
it-
Wisconsin.
Yeah. I'm telling
So
you, like
he's
2 months ago, he posted on his story, like, just know who shot this photo. What was it, me and Rob at the
Oh, yep.
event?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you do care, you little liar.
No, not anymore.
He's a low-key dick rider.
Cut his mic right now.
You guys act
I'm a
cool.
changed man.
Okay, all right, we got to move on for time. But listen, Pete, we'll figure out the bet and just memorize Dee's number.
Sure.
Come on.
Just say it on the fucking pod. Tim, blur that.
Whatever you
Jesus
do,
Christ.
do not blur that.
I meant to do the area code. I meant to do the area code.
I mean, people will figure it out. Jesus Christ. You fucking idiot. You can leave everything except for my phone number.
Yeah, take the phone number
yeah.
out, and the rest of it's
shit.
great.
Idiot.
Oh my god.
Anand's definitely the biggest idiot now.
Not really. It's not my number.
Okay, we got to move on. Let's talk. Oh wait, we talked about Pete's weekend. Let's talk about our weekends.
Okay.
I'm gonna start first. Then I'll send you yours. FaZe Rug is the most famous person alive.
Ever seen.
He is Justin Bieber.
I have no idea who he is.
And you just have to buy his streams.
He what?
You just have to buy his streams.
Exactly. He doesn't have to. Yeah, like Bieber. Yeah, that was good. So FaZe Rug is a former gamer, member of FaZe Clan.
Former gamer?
He doesn't
quit?
game anymore. He hasn't gamed for a
This
while.
guy quit?
He doesn't game. He vlogs.
He quit gaming and he's that
He's
famous?
vlogging. Why would you game? When
He's
you
just
have,
like a regular ass dude?
he's a vlogger.
Wow. That's even crazier.
Yeah.
Describe the scene.
Okay, so PacSun Santa Monica at the Santa Monica Promenade. We've done a lot of events there. We've been there a million times. Always super crowded, kind of like the Grove on a Saturday. So I got down there like right when the event started, and we pulled down Santa Monica Boulevard, which is quite a ways away from PacSun, and you could see the tail end of the line. And I was like, oh, there's no way that's the line for that. There must be something else. So then we parked, we got out, we walked down to PacSun. The line is like, I don't even really know how to describe it. It's 300 yards down the promenade around the corner and then through the line that you could see on my story and on that video I posted. That line was zigzagging with red ropes.
Yeah.
So they said the total amount was like 4,000 people.
That's crazy.
There's no way you can meet that many people. PacSun did an incredible job of in the promenade where it was so organized, and then they were only letting people in the store, like kind of in groups of 5 or whatever. So in the actual store, it was extremely like
Mellow.
peaceful, and like where he was sitting at the table, it was really quiet. A couple people were crying, and it was kind of crazy, but super well organized. But he got to 500 people or something. That's all he could feasibly get to. They went over the guaranteed. They did a guaranteed first 300 people get to meet him. They went over to 500. But then, so he felt so bad because
Can I hold you for a second?
Yeah.
The guaranteed 300 people.
Yes.
Are the other 3,700 people just morons?
Because they're late. What do you mean? Because they think that they'll be able to.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're guaranteeing 300 when you're 302. Why are you still in line?
Yeah, technically those could be our customers, so I don't want to call them morons.
But can you actually
optimistic.
rewind
They're
a little bit?
very optimistic.
Drama, can you explain who they are?
The kids?
No, who FaZe is. Because I don't think most of our listeners actually
Yeah.
understand who FaZe Clan
Well,
is.
so very long story short, FaZe Clan is a group of gamers that was started a long time ago. I think 8 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's essentially like gamers. They started reaching out to other gamers, kind of creating this team. And now it's expanded to I don't know how many people, but a lot of people. And it's all gamers. And I think when you sign to FaZe Clan, from what I know, they help blow you up. They help get you more audience. They help enter you into competitions. They help you with merch deals. They also kind of manage you. It's kind of this all-encompassing thing. And I think FaZe has become, I don't know actual team skills or anything like that, but most culturally relevant is FaZe Clan.
I would say, just because we have worked with them in the past, they're definitely the coolest of the esports teams. They definitely have because I remember after Complex Con, I was saying, I saw more FaZe product than any other brand.
Yep.
And so they're definitely the brand that I think has connected beyond gaming.
Yeah.
And you see those guys everywhere.
Yeah.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
Like the FaZe
They're having
crew.
a real good time.
The clan.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we should, I don't think,
yeah,
think
don't
you
tell
gotta
them
say
the
the whole
clan.
thing.
It's called
You can't
FaZe.
just call them clan
I don't think
members?
you call them, no.
Okay.
I don't think that goes over well. But anyway, so we ended up, we looked at the FaZe Clan stuff. We looked at all the different people. I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out gaming and understand what was really going on. Because Rug has such a massive vlogging presence and fan base, it seemed perfect for us because people really feel like they know him on a different level. That was always my complaint with doing stuff with gamers is a lot of them just stream themselves gaming. So you don't really know them or know their life or what they wear or anything like that. So he seemed perfect. We reached out to him. He used to buy Young and Reckless at PacSun in high school. He was blown away. And the idea of being able to do an autograph signing at a mall, especially at a PacSun for him was a huge deal because they've scheduled their own pop-ups and their own things before, but they've never been sort of welcomed into here's a mall at the promenade, whatever. So he absolutely crushed it. It was insane. And then at the end, he felt bad that he didn't get to see all the people. So he went out to go to the front of the store. There were all these cops. They did an incredible job with security.
Mall cops?
There's mall cops and real cops.
Okay.
And he goes up to the front and kids start, you see in the video I posted, all the security trying to hold these little kids back.
It's insane.
And they're just mobbing. And the cop grabbed him and was like, no, you can't do that. It's too crazy.
And
so then he goes out back. So then they're like, all right, get him out. Get him out of the store. This is too nuts. Now these kids know they're not going to get to come in. So then they're sneak him out back, have his driver come out back. They go out back and there's 100 kids waiting out back because they know he's probably going to sneak out back. So then they have to wait. They have to rush back in the store. It's there's some crazy threat outside.
This is Michael Jackson.
Yes. Then the cops, they go running back to the back. They go out back. They try to clear it. And then they use their cars and everything to try to block people to just try to let his driver get out.
So this guy stopped gaming.
Yeah, you're really stuck on that point.
No, but
then
I think
he's just Rug.
The bigger point,
he's still FaZe Rug.
Yeah.
He's still probably games. Some. But I know that's not...
More casual gamer.
Probably, I don't know what they do in competitions and stuff, but his content that he's constantly putting out is vlogs.
No, but I think the context is even more important because 3rd Street Promenade is probably top 5 tourist destination in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
And you have 4,000 kids that Young and Reckless and FaZe were able to bring to one destination.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They were tripping. I think the PacSun people, I think the Promenade people, everyone was like, what the
When
fuck?
I
And
saw
I went out
the-
to film the line.
Yeah.
And everybody walking down the promenade was like, who is possibly worth waiting this long in line for? Like every person was walking. They're like,
Yeah.
who FaZe who? What's a rug? And everyone's like looking on there like, what? Who is this person?
It's crazy because we've actually, I think we brought, did we do ASAP Ferg there?
No, he was
No,
New York.
New York, yeah. We've done some famous people in that mall.
Yeah. But nothing like
PacSun.
that.
We did our pod at the mall. I don't think we had 4,000 people.
I don't think we had
I think
four.
it was 3,500.
That's not our demo.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we've never had anything like that.
Yeah, and we've done some pretty big celebrities at mall-based events.
Yeah.
It's
Even
insane.
in like the height of MTV stuff, we used to do stuff. Big Black would do stuff. I've never
But
seen
that's
anything
what's
like
funny about just like if you think about Fortune 500 companies,
that. Yeah.
they'll still go to your, celebrities that that are just safe,
Yeah.
that actually don't draw any relevance.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I'm not sure he's the one. I don't think
No,
anyone's.
my point is
No, I'm
that
saying he's a huge star, right?
Yeah, but
I
like,
have no idea who that is. Like, I couldn't spot him, but I feel like I hear his name.
Sure. Just an odd example.
Okay, Chris
I'm like-
Hemsworth was at the 3rd Street Promenade. Would he have that big of a line?
No, zero chance.
But he's A-list, right?
Yeah. Anyway, what was your point?
my point was that the Fortune 500 companies still go to those people. So
Chris
he's not.
Hemsworth?
So he's not entirely like I want to shit on D, but he's not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
He
Chris Hemsworth.
said not entirely. Shut up.
No, but my point is they just haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need them to know.
Yeah, they don't need to know. We'll
No,
keep
we'll
keep
continue to
arbing
figure
it.
it out. Yeah.
We'll keep arbing it.
Yeah, but it was insane. And he couldn't be like, he is just the nicest kid and loves, like, he still is young and like
How old is he?
23, I think.
Okay.
And loves loves doing this. So he was like legitimately excited. Like
Yeah.
no attitude, not asking for breaks or like, hey, someone give me a coffee. Like he was just having the time of his life doing like vlog
No
drops.
23-year-old drinks coffee. Come on, give me a Red Bull.
You guys are killing me right now with your
Cocktail?
stupid interjections. Okay, who cares? What do they drink?
What does Chris
Capri
Hemsworth? What does
Suns?
Chris Hemsworth do when there's a long line?
Yeah. So anyway, whatever, incredible. So then obviously now we're figuring out how to do much more.
Yeah.
And many more of those things and not have big gaps in between. Like how do we do a bunch of little things in between? Because that audience for that, for PacSun, for us, for whatever is absolutely perfect.
Amazing.
So yeah, that was my weekend. How was your run-a-thon?
The run-a-thon was great. A huge turnout in West Hollywood. We had almost like 70 people, which is pretty gnarly running up like Melrose Place.
Yeah. Doesn't
And
it start to get
run in
kind
the-
of like weird? Like kind of like you're like fucking up traffic and
Yeah,
stuff?
I think at this point people are genuinely annoyed because they see a bunch of people running down the street,
Yeah.
and you can't. When it was like 8 people, you can just honk and we have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
When it's all 70,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
just.
so you guys just running through red lights. Right?
No, I think we're pretty good about. We don't run through red lights. I don't. Run
We
through-
like stopping at red lights. It's a rest.
It's- yeah.
Who tries to make us run through?
But doesn't
Yeah,
like
no.
half the group, like don't you ever get cut off?
Yeah, the group
Yeah.
definitely gets cut
There's
off.
got to be some cars turning left. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Are you guys going or leaving?
Yeah, there's definitely weird light situations, but everyone's looking forward to a light.
Yeah.
And then we go down to Orange County with Paul Ripke. We had a nice turnout there. Some Germans came, which was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they hashing out what you wanted
Germans
to?
are so big. They're the
Like
biggest
they're
people.
physically big.
They're just giants.
Huh.
Like when you see just these Germans running, they're just like big ass people. Like
Is
you've
that a
never
fact?
seen anything like it.
Is that
They're
a
like
fact?
Vikings.
Or does he just have like two big friends?
No, I mean, I don't know. It felt like they were really big. These guys, I mean, it made Pete look small. These Germans were giants.
I felt tiny for once in
Yeah,
my life.
exactly. I'm telling you. Just like a
Okay.
regular German guy is huge.
But is that a fact? Like are Germans bigger than
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely they're great at the Olympics. They won a lot of medals.
I'm not sure this is checking out. Okay, keep going.
And then Paul wanted to run 5 miles. So we ran 5 in West Hollywood, and Paul was like, I want to run 5. And I was, we look at Paul like, there's no way this guy can run
I
5.
can't believe Paul could just run 5 miles.
Paul ran 5 miles.
Good job, Paul.
Germans.
They're Germans. They
Germans,
got
big
that
and-
German blood.
yeah.
They just- determination.
Gosh.
But we had a really good turnout, really good time. And I don't know, it's cool. It's like a good energy and a good vibe. I'm no FaZe rug.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
You know, but
But it was
none
still,
of us are.
Yeah, it just showed. And I think the more interesting thing is how many people that come and listen to the podcast, and really just connect with what we're doing.
Do the Germans listen because of Paul or no?
Wait, so you were in Newport Beach? You guys run around the coast or what? What'd you go to?
Yeah, we were
Around the harbor,
on the
sorry?
street, and then we got onto the boardwalk and went on the boardwalk.
Okay, well, good for you, man. The idea of driving an hour and running again sounds
It was an hour and a half.
horrendous. Exactly, even worse.
But at least you stayed down there, right?
I stayed down there. Yeah.
Okay. And then Anand, do you want to lead us into, today we had a big event.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell us, because it's really your guys.
So we talked about on the pod earlier in the week. Our close friend Ryan Braun and a handful of other folks, Christian Yelich, Jared Goff, Mike Attanasio, they do an annual softball game. And this is the second year. And we all went down there to Malibu, Pepperdine. They raise a ton of money. It's for the families that have been devastated by the fires from last year and the shooting from Borderline Bar and Grill, which is in Thousand Oaks. And it was just an incredible day. I really think they do an incredible job of just bringing the whole community together. And there's super famous people there.
Yeah.
They raise a ton of money. And it's all for a great cause. We got to go hang out and just pretend we were important.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Those
Adam
were
Sandler was
real
there?
celebrities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's real
Tiffany
celebrities
Haddish.
There was a lot of people there that would get booked by corporate America.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like legit
A lot of
famous.
examples.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe no lines, but they'd get booked.
Yeah. There's a lot of endorsements in that group.
You know what? It always reminds me when I go to something like that. Why people love baseball.
Matt
White
Barnes
people.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just really love it.
Because you mean a lot of the bleachers were white.
No, that's more of a function of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
then
think-
what reminded you about that?
It's just seeing older white men fan out over these baseball players.
Yes.
It's I just don't imagine older white men fanning out that often. But when they see a baseball player,
Yeah, Trump and baseball players.
yeah, they
But
love
what's
it.
unique to this event and what they're doing, it's the guys that are throwing it are actually the ones doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan Braun's doing the work.
Yep.
Christian Yelich is doing the work.
Yeah, Ryan's texting us parking passes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Don't you have an assistant?
Yeah,
Ryan's
ridiculous.
literally handling logistics and the photographer and everything. He's doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like they pass it off to some event coordinator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have passed it off.
Yeah, props to those guys. I also just want to mention when it comes to props, a lot of the people that were celebrated today were first responders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say today I was a first responder.
So this was a very dramatic scene that happened in the dugout.
Yep.
While everyone else was taking batting practicing, the three of us were just sitting and talking.
Just hanging.
With Jaleel, I think.
I think I had a Dasani water.
And Anand
Yeah.
was drinking water. We're sitting there
Yep.
having a conversation. All of a sudden, Drama, the hero, I might add,
Thank you.
swats a bee.
Off
That was
Anand's
about-
head.
Yeah, the bee was
stings on it.
beelining to me.
Yeah. Yes.
And then Drama gets stung by the bee.
Stung. I swung it. I swatted it right in the stinger.
Yeah.
I swatted it into my finger.
You're a hero.
So anyway, it's today was about us,
Yeah. First responder.
first responders, and
Yeah.
it's not I don't expect applause. Thanks, Pete. Though, we don't do it for the applause.
You don't?
No.
What do you do it for?
We do it for just because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Drama.
I saw the bee. I just got out of the way because I'm like, I don't want this bee to sting me.
Yeah, I took it.
Drama
and
took
I
this
gotta be
time.
honest. I haven't been stung by a bee since I was 8 years old. It's not as bad as I remember. It's not so bad.
I
It looked
will
like
say
it
there
hurt.
was
It's not so bad.
there was a 30-second period where you were a little concerned.
I was confused. Yeah, because also I remember, number one, I know a lot of people are allergic to bees. I know I never was, but I was like, what if I became allergic?
and we were
then-
there's a lot of first responders here.
Yeah,
You're fine.
Yeah, it's the best place to have a reaction.
Yeah.
And then I remembered because when I was young, I remembered it ruining my whole day.
Yeah.
I remembered a bee sting being a real thing.
Yeah.
It's very underwhelming.
Yeah, and you moved on.
Moved right on. Yeah. So anyway, this event wasn't about me, but thank you guys. Thanks for coming out. That's what California Strong
That's
is
what
about.
California Strong really represents.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
I have to do this
You
last
gotta
one.
do it. You
I
gotta
gotta do
do
it.
it.
I
Okay.
finally finished the Joker.
And I finally agree with you on a movie take.
It is the worst movie of the year.
You guys
Thank
are
you.
so out of your goddamn mind.
Thank you.
I've never
Do you guys
seen
not like realize commentary on what's going on in the world?
commentary. That's what I do.
But what's the
I
ending?
comment on what's going on in the world. What I need this clown to do it. He's a clown.
Literally a clown.
He's literally a clown.
I thought the acting was great. I thought the cinematography was great. I thought the story was
I don't think
garbage.
what you do. How do you not understand what the movie was about?
I know what
It's
it's about.
stupid.
What's the end? The freaking losers win? What's the end?
It's the uprising. It's what
What's
we've been
the
talking
ending?
about on the goddamn
What's the
podcast for
lesson learned?
fucking a year and a half.
What's the
No.
lesson learned?
No. If that's the uprising, they have no chance.
No, the point is the uprising's coming.
With a bunch of clowns?
If they look like
No,
clowns out of mind.
It's just disenfranchised people are going to just
They did
overtake
it-
But so it
society.
was just a warning.
Yeah,
there was no
just being-
story. It was just a warning. It was just all a warning message.
I'll give you,
Yeah.
being objective.
It was just a commentary on what's going on in the world.
But it's not a good movie. I get that they made a comment. I get that guy did a good job acting. He lost all this weight.
It's a
He
great
acted like a
movie.
weirdo. Whatever. The movie itself was not good. Dark Knight. I could watch Dark Knight
Yeah.
every day.
Dark Knight's incredible. This is a different movie.
I'm just saying,
This is
Parasite
Dark
is
Vision.
the same message, was done 50 times better from a
Parasite
story.
is incredible.
From a
I'm
story
not-
perspective.
You know, I'm not. They're mutually exclusive. They're both great films.
I laughed
No,
at
they're
the
not.
end of this movie. I was like, this is trash. It was a joke. It should be called The Joke.
Yeah, take the
You
R.
guys are
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Drop the R.
Drop the R.
It was. I couldn't believe that this is up for movie of the
This
year.
is such a cold take, but
It's
I'll let
such
you
an
guys
easy.
lead.
You want to know why? It's because it's an easy. Because you get all the Anands.
Yeah, you go, oh, it's
this
so
is what's
artsy.
going on. We got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
the Anands.
Yeah, you're an easy target.
The only funny part, the only best part of the movie was when he killed the dude and the midget couldn't open the door.
Incredible.
That was the scene of the movie.
Absolutely.
And I was literally dying.
I just
It was
wish
incredible.
I
was like,
can
oh, man,
expand
the
your
bitch is gonna kill
intellectual curiosity to appreciate.
No,
great-
here's my problem. I love intellectual curiosity. Blah blah. Blah. I love.
No,
Parasite.
you read all these books, but you can't even understand a
Listen,
fucking basic ass
no,
movie.
there's nothing to understand. That's fuck you. That's the problem. I heard the crowd. The crowd.
Intense.
There's nothing to understand is my problem. Like Parasite is like you can kind of analyze. Like, is that saying that the lower classes will there'll be an uprising? Is it saying that even if you have an uprising, you're also going to get taken down too? Like, there's all these intricacies. Joker is literally like, okay, so people that get picked on enough are going to fuck shit up, and that's the end. What's the story?
I
What's
hope
the
Bruce
lesson?
Wayne comes and kicks his ass at the next part.
Bruce Wayne's gonna fuck him up in the next one.
Part 2, that little boy's gonna come and kill him.
Yeah, you were hanging outside the gate like a weirdo
I will
at Bruce
say,
Wayne's house.
so on this theme, I saw a tweet the other day. The Dow and S&P from 2017 to 2019 up 45%.
Okay.
Median income in the U.S. up 1.9%.
Okay. What does that have to do with the Joker?
It's just exactly. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, see, that's why the Joker's good. Like what? Yeah, but what's the story? It's a fucking
story
movie.
is-
No,
But where's the-
I get the point of the movie and what they were trying to do.
I'm sorry.
They did a bad
I'm
job.
sorry, you guys
No,
don't know how to
shut
peel the
up.
fucking layers of the onion. Like you guys,
there's no
you guys are
layers.
Yeah.
surface, superficial
Literally,
fucking moviegoers.
Joker is like a statement. It's not a story.
Yeah.
It's like a, hey, shit's fucked up and people are gonna get pissed. What's the story?
Go
Yeah.
watch Like a Boss.
What's like a boss? I'm
definitely
Dee.
down for
That's
Like a Boss.
Dee's taste.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move on. I'm just so glad because I hate your taste in movies.
Thank you.
Who's
but-
he?
D.
Okay.
But finally, we agree.
I mean,
Finally, you're right. Hopefully, hopefully we're turning a new leaf here.
No, finally you agree. Doesn't mean you're right.
No, finally we are objectively correct
Okay.
together. Okay. All right. Who's ready for some news 30 minutes in? Are we ready?
Yeah, if you're still here.
Jesus.
You're still here.
This episode is just like a journal of our last 3 days. Okay.
People enjoyed it.
Okay, first thing up, Gwyneth Paltrow, Dee's favorite celebrity, is she said that she wanted to sell a candle that smelled like her vagina
Yes.
for $75,000. So already, I mean,
$75.
$75.
It wasn't
Oh, I thought
one
I read-
candle for 75,000. That's her vagina. No, it's
Oh, I thought I must have read that wrong because I was like, wow, really? Okay, so $75, a candle that smells like her vagina. So already the most annoying statement of the week.
yeah.
But then luckily, The Rock, true American hero, jumped in to add some like lightheartedness. He said that he was looking into making a candle that smelled like his balls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why he's The Rock. You know what I mean? He's a hero. But what's going on? I mean, I know you love Gwyneth Paltrow. You're a big Goop person. But, like, is she trying to get press? I obviously don't know the context. Is she trying to get press?
She just launched a candle, and she thinks that smelling like her vagina would be good for business.
Did she say it in an interview?
Yeah. I actually agree with her. I think there are a lot of people that would buy that.
It's sold out.
But
purely based on that statement, there's plenty of people who would buy that.
I'm sure it worked, but the problem is it's not like this is just an attention. This is just like vagina. I said the word vagina.
Yeah, and it worked. For business purposes.
So you like it?
I like it.
Okay, so you're turning the corner.
So you're a big Goop guy.
So now you're a Goop guy.
No, I'm not a Goop guy. I dislike Gwyneth Paltrow more than I dislike the Joker.
Wow. You really hate the Joker.
Yes.
Okay, so you back it. So you think selling a candle that?
I like the move because.
But can I ask you this? Like, obviously, there's no relation. Like, the candle smelled good, and so she was saying like, "Oh, this is what my vagina smells like." Like, can you?
When you buy it, you smell it. You let me know.
I won't be buying it, and I definitely won't be smelling it.
Pete already bought it.
It's $75. You think Pete's buying a $75 candle? It doesn't matter what that smells like. It doesn't matter whose vagina it smells like. He just got a picture of one for $10 and donated to the Australian wildfires last week. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. We'll move on off of that one.
There.
Okay. Here's a good one. We've talked a lot about dieting. I had a big diet guy on my podcast last week. We had Alana on here a bunch of times. Diets have been a big topic here, but especially, everywhere in modern times. It looks like that the worst diet of the year has already been identified.
Yeah.
What is it?
U.S. News and World Report is saying the worst diet of the year. Drum roll.
Let's hear it.
Keto diet.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the keto diet's good.
Well, it's just hot.
But why? Why is it bad?
It's like every diet.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable. Have you ever gone to dinner with someone who has keto?
Yeah.
Or eats
They're
like
talking
keto?
about like, I'm officially in ketosis. I'm like, I don't know what that means, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
just leave me alone
turn
and don't go
colors
to
or
the
what
fucking
have
dinner
you?
with me.
So if we've actually talked to a couple doctors about it because it's actually relevant in epilepsy with our kid about keto diet. The real issue with the keto diet is that if you're not 7 days a week, 24 hours a day in keto, it's really bad. So if you do Monday through Friday keto and then you do Saturday, Sunday, you're boozing and eating pizza and carbs, you're fucking up your whole body. So think about how sustainable that is. You have to be keto.
She's got to be a
24
really
hours.
annoying person.
Yes, you have to be so fucking annoying.
So people, like, I had to go to
I feel
dinner.
myself dropping out of ketosis.
Yeah, recently with someone that I'd rather go, like, people used to say it's difficult to go to dinner with a vegan.
Or a vegetarian.
Not in
Or
LA.
vegetarian?
Not in LA, it's not.
Okay, go to a dinner with a keto person.
They just have avocados.
I don't know. I mean, what is keto?
It's all just fat.
Keto's just no
Just
carbs, high fats.
Yeah.
So like all meats and fats. But the point is like you can't be keto Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
which is what
There's
probably
no
what the West
keto-
Hollywood guy is doing.
Yeah.
Taylor
West
is
Hollywood's-
keto. Taylor is keto.
Are you keto?
Not fully keto.
Oh,
Exactly,
my
that's
God.
the point.
He
First of
said
all,
me
I look
keto.
great right now. I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm pretty ripped. Second of all,
Pretty ripped.
I'll be honest.
Take your shirt off.
I'll be honest. I recently saw a picture with this shirt off, and it looked pretty good.
yeah. First compliment from D. Weird one to get, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know if that's where you want to have the
Yeah,
first compliment.
his
We got
buddy
that.
put him on keto.
Yeah,
his buddy's
I'll show you
ripped
the
too.
picture. It actually looks crazy.
But
I
you're
got-
on semi-keto.
No, it's macros. So you have like you eat a certain amount of protein, fats, and carbs in a day, and you have to eat like 190 grams of protein, which is insanely high, and then like 85 grams of carbs and 85 grams of fat.
So give me
But
your diet
different from
today.
keto, right?
So like literally, I'll eat like chicken breasts and egg whites, and that's pretty much it all day. And then non-fat Greek yogurt, and then protein bars and protein.
but then you're getting
shakes.
wasted with Pete.
No, on 0 carb, 0 calorie Costa
Oh,
Brava
my God.
drinks.
He's one of the annoying guys.
Yeah.
He's one of the, like, I'm sorry, I can't. I need to have just a shot of Tito's.
Yeah.
It's honestly like kind of disgusting hanging out with you guys and the way you guys eat. Just saying.
No, but I think for the average person, if you're not gonna do it 7 days a week, from what I've been told by doctors, it's really bad for you.
Well, obviously, if it's the worst diet of 2020.
Yeah. We just started a week ago.
Here's what I don't understand. Here's what I legitimately don't understand, and I mean this. Like, we know so much. Like, we have so much information. How can nobody still agree on a fucking diet?
Because the problem is the real answer. What's good for business is extreme diets.
Yeah.
What's good for your actual health is moderation. And the problem is moderation takes discipline always, and most people don't have that.
We have actually a nutritionist here. Brad, what do you think?
We got to get Brad a mic.
We gotta get Brad a mic.
Brad
Come-
Mike.
go to Brad.
He's a fitness guy. He's a trainer.
So,
He's
Brad,
a
all I want to
nutritionist.
know is why, with all this information, can nobody agree?
I think Dee just hit it right on the head. It's just money. Just money.
Thank
so
you.
Moderation is obviously always the answer with anything in life, especially diet. Like whether you're drinking, anything you're doing.
Yeah.
Even hydration. Like people drinking 2 gallons of water. Like you can have too much water.
So those meatheads who are walking around with those jugs of water, I
bro.
hate those people.
They're like doing curls while they're walking down the... Yeah.
So Brad trains Ryan Braun and all these world-class athletes for years.
Got it.
So he's a voice of authority.
Got it. So it's just that, like, that's not as sexy for marketing. Like, if there's no name, like, moderation doesn't have the same, like,
They
ring
need
to
us
it.
eating everything. So, like, for vegans, like, there's never been a better time to be an unhealthy vegan. Like, they have all these treats, like, whatever. So, they're just trying to just sell.
Yeah.
Sell. But the one diet that you hear passes the test of time almost with every doctor is Mediterranean.
Wow.
Which is what, kind of? Give me a brief.
Just a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, fish, good whole grains,
Got it.
occasional
Hummus.
wine,
So carbs
Sense of
fine.
community.
Carbs are fine.
everything in moderation.
Moderation.
Yeah.
How about drooling in moderation?
Listen, I had a great grandmother that would sit, lean back on her stove, and just smoke the cigarette with the most peaceful, little meditation, little jewel rip. The problem with the jewel is you just stay on it all day.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
There we
you
go.
go.
Look at
We
that.
got some good
Look at
information.
that. You never know who's going
This
to
is
come
why
down
we
to
need
a
a
group
crowd every
chat.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, take that as you will, people. And I would see that as good news. If you're doing anything too extreme, you should
Yeah.
probably stop.
Agree.
Let's talk about Meghan Markle. And Meghan Markle, the big news last week was that they're leaving the royal family. It looks like things are already popping off for her. She signed a deal with Disney.
She signed a voiceover deal.
Okay.
So Lion King, you name it, Pixar, Toy Story. She's doing all of it.
Do all
Wait,
of it.
she's doing all of those?
No, I'm just saying, if there's gonna be a new animation movie, you want to hear Meghan Markle's voice.
Like drawn suits.
And think about the
I
fact
was a
that
fan.
she's obviously very good looking. She just knocked voiceover off the list first. She's also going to have like regular gigs.
Yes, and it's confirmed they are planning to move to LA.
Of course. Are you staying
That
in
Canadian
Canada?
stint
Who's the
was short.
realtor that's
Yeah.
going to stick him?
I don't know. She has a lot of friends from her LA days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she knows people. But they're off to the races.
Okay.
Like,
We'll see you at Delilah.
yeah, they'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
They'll probably be at California Strong next year.
Oh, for sure they
Next
will.
up to bat, Prince Harry.
Yeah. For sure. Can't wait. Okay.
I'd love to
Well,
play some soft toss with him. Just play.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Look, we knew it would be fast.
Yeah.
We knew they were coming to LA.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Yeah, they're just I talked to someone in the UK the other day, and it's the biggest thing still. So Monday, they're having a meeting about it with the Queen.
I thought the Queen
who's gonna
shined
be
them.
there?
No, like the royal family's having a meeting about it to discuss how to handle this.
I feel like the royal family is so irrelevant compared to Harry and Markle.
yeah.
They're the most famous of the whole
Megxit,
family.
it's called. It's called Megxit.
Megxit,
Oh, I
that's
like that.
good.
Megxit's good.
I feel like they got to just flip it on the road. They got to be like, look, no one even fucking cares about you.
Yeah, you're canceled.
Yeah, guess who's taking over the news cycle?
Yeah.
Megxit.
She should just call herself Queen.
I like that.
Why not?
Queen Meg.
Yeah.
Come on over to Beverly Hills. Be the Queen of Beverly Hills. We don't
Yeah,
care.
we don't care.
Whatever. That's great. Okay, great. Okay, and then another piece of little pop culture news. Zach Morris, Mark Paul Gosselaar is they're doing a Saved by the Bell reboot.
Yeah.
First of all, which I don't know if we talked about or not. And Mark Paul's in. Zach Morris is back. I'm gonna be honest. Saved by the Bell was just.
You missed Saved by the
It
Bell?
was just ahead of my time.
Oh
my
my
God.
God. I feel bad for
it
you.
was that good.
It was that
Yes.
good. It
Better
was
than
that
Seinfeld.
good.
How did he miss it? I literally watched that all throughout my childhood.
Yeah, but not fresh. You must have watched reruns.
No, not fresh, but it literally was still on all day,
Reruns.
every day. Yeah.
I'm saying I didn't catch
Saved
it
by the
fresh.
Bell was incredible. Saturday mornings, you wake up.
What channel?
NBC.
Oh. Yeah, it was no. You were
And
just
then-
sitting at home watching reruns. In
There's
Wisconsin.
no hope with dope.
Yeah.
Was that one of the things?
Yeah.
If you watched
Yeah, you would
Saved
know
by
what
the
that
Bell,
is.
you'd know
They
what
tied
that
in a
is.
lot of like no drug things.
No, that was just one.
That was one episode.
But it was a big one.
It was a big episode.
So you guys are pumped. Are you guys gonna watch it?
No, because it's on the Peacock streaming network.
Oh God.
Yeah, which
Okay.
no one's gonna watch.
So no one will watch it.
And that's the problem, because I actually really want to see this. Zach Morris is like my generation's rock.
He's an icon.
Really?
Zach Morris
Yeah.
is an icon.
Yeah, I would say I can't imagine.
I can't even picture what he looks like.
Not now. Don't look at him now.
I'm saying even old Zach.
Old Zach was like,
He was cool as shit.
yeah, he was the coolest guy amongst. I would say like I can't think of anyone who was cooler. Will
Back
Smith,
then?
Fresh Prince,
Yeah, Fresh Prince,
and Zach
Will Smith.
Morris.
Yeah, yeah. Will Smith
This
and
is
Zach
Zach Morris,
Morris.
this hippie-looking man.
Yeah,
No,
don't
but
look at
you
him.
gotta go to old
Gosh,
school
no
Zach
wonder he's
Morris.
back for the reboot. He just
You
got
gotta
back
look at
from
the blonde
fucking
hair,
Burning
the
Man.
wave.
Yeah, the big phone, the big
Oh
cell
my
phone he
gosh.
had.
This guy was, he had the hottest girl at school. Come on.
Okay,
He had
whatever
a
you say,
dork
man.
friend, Screech.
Whatever you say. Okay, well he's back, so good for
Yeah.
you guys. Maybe download the Peacock.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a free trial for 5 years.
There'll definitely be a free trial for that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Good place to put some ads. So if we got any ads, put it here. And we're back. Let's get into some just general world news. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. It looks like rough times for Uber. I know they were having some trouble in London, and it looks like now Colombia has ordered Uber to suspend their services. Seems to me like they need Travis back.
They need something.
Seems like peacetime CEO over here isn't getting the job done.
I mean, to be kicked out of a country is kind of a joke.
But think about it, like they ruffled all these feathers coming into all these countries, and I feel like now that they have, this softy in charge, they're finally winning what they wanted.
The reason why I brought this up was they got kicked out of Colombia. It's not the end of the world. It's not like a enormous market. It just may have sparked other countries and other people to be like, oh, they just left Colombia. Let's kick them out of Argentina. Let's kick them out of all these other countries.
Yeah.
And that could domino into a disaster into their business. So it's really, although it doesn't seem like a big deal, I just think optics, it doesn't look good. And I agree. I don't think Travis would have ever let them get kicked out of any country.
Hell no.
Because it just
chance.
optically looks so bad to be kicked out of. I mean, why would anyone prefer a taxi?
No, you wouldn't unless you were the one who paid all the money for your medallion.
I mean, there's
Yes.
no secret why Travis sold 100% of its shares.
Because
he
he
knew they
knows
were
those
getting kicked out
clowns
of
are going to
Colombia?
crumble.
No, because he knows that this isn't the way the company that he founded would have been run.
And aren't they also having problems with like their drivers being contractors? Like that's a big LA thing.
That's
too,
a big
right?
thing.
California.
I think they have a bigger problem more than just Travis or Dara, who's the CEO. Like it doesn't matter. It's just their margins aren't great, and they were able to create an entire industry based on venture capital and private equity subsidized money.
Yeah.
So like they were able to create a marketplace out of thin air.
Of course,
Meaning
but that's like the new model. That's the 2019. They should start selling mattresses.
Ooh.
But I really feel like that's the.
I wouldn't mind ordering a mattress and getting it delivered by a car.
I don't think that's.
I
how,
think that happens.
No, but like
That's probably why they don't make money.
I
instantly.
think you just
instantly.
order a mattress then, because it'll
Instantly.
come in a car.
Yeah, in like 6 minutes, a mattress will be delivered.
But I think that's the biggest thing. It's like all of our conveniences of the last decade has been subsidized by excess capital.
So I'm gonna have to get a car. I'm gonna start picking up my own.
You're gonna
food.
be broke.
I'm back to drinking and driving. No, I
Yes.
won't be broke. I'll just go back to drinking and driving.
yeah, you
Yeah.
might be in jail.
And carrying mattresses home, you don't get them in those nice boxes
It
anymore.
might be cheaper to get bailed out, once a year than to pay double for Uber and Postmates.
I don't think that's a good message that we want to. especially with Pete in the room. Come on, he's on the edge anyway.
I mean, if Pete goes to jail, we'll just never see him again. It's very different. If he goes to jail or I go to jail.
I think the other big thing about Uber is that they disrupted so hard. Like,
but they
pissed
disrupted
so
on
many
the
people.
backs of $18 billion of.
No, sure. But that's not what I'm saying.
capital.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like all these other companies disrupted, like the normal term of disrupted. What I'm saying is Uber forced their way and ignored governments and pissed off taxi, whatever you want to call it, pissed off so many people to just force this new system into play. So now if there's any weakness, those little places are just going to crumble and turn it back over and say we miss the old days of having taxis.
No, but so to your point, where you're describing, it's basically what they did was they disrupted an entire industry, which is the taxi industry across the world, in every country, and they did it by subsidized rides, meaning they were a fraction of the price of what a typical taxi was.
Yeah.
Now that everyone realizes that's not a real business, it gets back to what a taxi costs, which is what Uber's doing. Like, if you look at your Uber rides now, it's like, oh, this is the price of what a taxi would have cost.
Yeah, but I'm just saying on top of all of that, there's taxi commissions or whatever they're called. There's lots of really angry people that have every reason to overturn that. There's cities that are sick of all these Ubers sitting in no parking zones. There's so many people who are very mad. And the way that Travis ran it, he just ignored all of them and let the customers demand it so much that they wouldn't stop using it. But now, if you get a little soft, all these people are just going to... It hasn't been long enough yet, I don't think, for like taxi people to just forget it ever happened.
So I think the unique thing that Travis had was his ability to fundraise, which is unmatched.
Yeah. But, eventually that's going to run out.
Of course.
Yeah, and so the problem is he created, I would say, Uber and Travis are responsible for all what's going on in the world today in terms of technology, because if they hadn't pushed forward so aggressively, you probably wouldn't have a lot of the conveniences we have today. So now the problem is most of those are terrible businesses. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see what actually happens, because if Postmates is like, okay, we're going to deliver your McDonald's, but it's $30, no one's using it. And you want a mattress? Cool. Delivery is $150. Yeah. You want a pair of glasses or Dollar Shave Club?
It's a function of excess capital in the fundraising markets that are masking bad businesses that should have never existed. That's really what it is. If you really want to break it down, it's just there's so much capital that is dying to be invested because we're in a 10-year bull market.
Yeah.
That
couldn't have even happened without those market conditions.
Correct. No.
And the biggest example
of that... So it's a perfect storm then.
Is
Peloton. We have
Peloton.
negative interest rates, we have all this stuff. Like, it's just like, there's just so much capital that just needs to be deployed, and they don't care.
Okay, so let me ask you
this. Can I break down the mechanics of a fund manager?
Break it down, but do it quick. Don't bore us.
We
talked about this. No. We talked about this. I'm just saying, give us the
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Fund managers, they manage a lot of capital. They get a management fee. If you manage a lot of capital, regardless if you win or not, you get a management fee.
Yeah, that's it.
And you get a house in the Hamptons.
That's the lesson.
That's the lesson.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. I don't know,
man.
Did I
bore you?
Shut up, Anand.
It was a little boring. Once you started talking about fees, I was like, all right.
I feel like you hyped it up better than the payoff was. That's all. But maybe I messed up your vibe.
Come on, dude. Fund managers are literally incentivized by managing large pools of capital that they get paid fees on.
I know, but how does this become a phenomenon where there's all of these companies?
This is what Elizabeth Warren and AOC don't understand. They fight the stupid fucking battles.
Like what, Facebook? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're just so dumb. They don't get it.
Okay, so you're voting Trump 2020 then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. I think we solved that one. So it looks like our good friend Ryan Braun isn't the only person that's doing good work for the world.
No.
And really giving back and really putting hard work and money where it matters.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, world's richest man, has decided that he's going to step in with all of his resources and he's going to get on board and help take care of this Australia wildfire problem.
He's going to piss down those fires.
He's going to piss them down with his $140 billion philanthropist.
Yes.
He's donating $1 million,
Million Australian dollars.
which is equal to what?
$690,000.
That's it.
That's not even his freaking plane ride from LA to New York on a Boeing business jet. It's a joke.
Oh man,
and
why
he
not do nothing? If you're gonna do that, I think you should just not do anything.
Okay, I have no problem him donating $1 million.
Let me
donate it quietly and be happy you donated the money.
Okay.
He posted it on his Instagram feed that he was so excited. He's like, I'm doing my part and donating.
Yeah, I was gonna say naked philanthropist.
The naked philanthropist has raised like $4 million.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
Jeff Bezos is usually, from the only pictures I see of him, has been naked.
We know he's got dick pics floating around.
And he's not donating anything.
No. I just think, like, I don't mean to hate on anyone doing good. I think is good.
No, 700 grand is not good. 700 grand is a joke. Yeah. 1 billion
But it's better
animals
than
have
zero.
died.
Better than zero.
What?
Better than zero.
Nah, for him, I'd rather have 0.
It is better than 0, but I do think you should either just quietly send off your $1 million and not
Don't
talk
post it.
about it.
Don't
He
post
probably
it.
shouldn't have posted.
Don't try to get credit.
He
Oh, he's
might
such a
have been
good
bullied
guy.
into that post.
His bae was like, yo, you did that $1 million, post it.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Well, then that was bad advising.
Yeah.
From Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Jeff. You know, I don't know.
Thanks for your
Cool, dude.
690 grand
Feels kinda
plus
awkward.
the fees.
Yeah, cool, man. We
That's a
appreciate
joke.
it.
Thank you, Naked Philanthropist, for your millions of dollars you've
I'm
raised.
telling you, she is an underappreciated hero.
Yeah.
You know?
Time person of the year.
If Jeff Bezos
telling
said
you.
he would send a picture of his privates,
Yes.
how much money do you think he'd raise?
Not
Well,
as
I
much
don't
as
think
the
anyone
news.
wants to see Jeff Bezos.
I
dick.
think there's a lot of people that would see.
I
You'd be
think
surprised.
I think Dee's dying. Dude.
I think
I'd give $10.
I think Jeff Bezos. The better
You're
move.
not saying you would give $10? You
Oh
would.
my God! So far today, you've told Taylor he looks good with his shirt off, and said you paid $10 for Bezos' dick.
I mean, it's interesting.
I think the right move is to just sell it to TMZ for like $5 million.
Bezos.
Yeah, that's better than trying to collect $10. I don't think that many people are that give that much of a shit about Bezos' dick pic.
I would disagree with you.
Okay, I understand.
We'll do a poll tomorrow and
Yes.
see what the people say.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. Okay. Listen. Next up, technology news. Alphabet has a very controversial chief legal officer. There were some, relationships with staff problems and these different problems. David Drummond is his name. He is gone.
Chief legal officer of Alphabet.
It's funny when your chief legal officer is the dude creeping off with staff.
He's
Talk about like
getting
a culture problem.
he's getting investigated. He's been there for nearly 20 years. The timing is uncanny. His founders of Google, Sergey and Larry, left. Mm-hmm. And a month or two later, this guy gets canned. From what it sounds like, Google is just one big fuck party.
I am so mind blown by that fact.
Yeah.
You're telling me these dorks
Yeah.
are in there just having.
Why are you whispering?
Because they're listening. Someone here has a Google. Someone here has a Google
Are you
something.
kidding me?
Yeah. You're telling me that these nerds, these genius nerds, can't help but to creep off with like the freaking secretary.
You know why? They did the calculations, and the odds are pretty good. Nothing's going to happen to him.
I just mean like you expect this at Barstool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're telling me that all these people at Google, because I mean, there's a reason why Sergey and Larry stepped down.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
I think it's one of the most untold stories. Is Google one of the greatest companies ever built? Had this culture, and it doesn't get disclosed because they don't have a face, right? It's not like Zuck, Bezos, like Tim Apple, or like Steve Jobs, or like, you know what I mean? Like no one knows who Sergey and Larry are.
Because they were boning.
But you're telling me those guys are boning? Those guys are.
It's been like well documented that this has not been a great place.
And there's been like complaints and stuff. Because they're aggressive? Like what are the nature of the complaint? Because what I'm saying is like normally like consensual normal relationship you don't really hear about it. So like were they aggressive? Were they
I don't know the exact, in this case, what he did, but the board has fired him, essentially, and he's not getting an exit package. There was another executive that got a huge exit package. and was quietly brushed off.
There's been numerous articles that have been published about this kind of culture within Google, from senior executives to people that report to them, and sexual relations. And obviously, we weren't there. We have no idea what actually happened, but it was consistent.
I don't know why I just feel like I feel like no one in Silicon Valley is having sex. It's just how I feel.
I think they're having a lot of sex.
I just feel like dorks aren't boning each other.
I kind of agree with that. I'm surprised by this.
It's shocking.
Google's like
and also, this is what I don't get. You're like some of the smartest people in the world, but you still just can't turn down some good secretary sex.
Google just gone under the radar. That's what's insane to me.
I know, but I'm not worried about that. You're right.
Everyone's worried about Zuck and Facebook. No one talks about Google.
I'm just saying you're so smart.
No,
you're
but,
so smart.
Yeah.
But you're not smart enough to keep your sex out of the office. It's like basic 101. Your chief legal officer has problems boning staff. That's absurd.
Yeah, legal officers.
And you're the smartest people. You're not going to say like, I don't know, man. I don't think we should be.
Yeah.
You're not smart enough to just keep it out of the office?
I just am baffled that Google's just gone under any scrutiny.
That's why sometimes it's good to not have a star. We talk a lot on here about like how the owner of the business should have, people should know who he is and what he's about. Sometimes maybe not.
Well, if you're reckless, yeah, you can't.
Just dominate search. The only thing that
just quietly dominate search.
Yeah.
It's the whole world needs you.
And YouTube.
Yeah. I don't get it. It's just not what I would expect.
It's crazy. I'm curious to see. There's a lot of people that have stepped down in the last 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see all the fallout from all those step downs.
In terms of what?
Just who the other peripheral staff that's going down.
Oh, they're already left.
Not just at Google, but I'm talking about, think about how many CEOs stepped down.
Yeah.
Nike CEO, like, there's been a lot of CEOs in the last year.
I feel Google's like the quiet leader.
Quiet leader?
You what?
I think Google's a quiet leader.
Yeah.
The
Well,
problem
they
is
got
that-
away with it. I mean, right? You're the guy. What's the guy's name? What's the new CEO?
Sundar. He's cleaning house.
Cleaning it up.
The Browns cleaning house.
He is, man. All these white people won't stop boning each other. Clear them out.
This guy was black.
Really?
Yeah.
The chief legal officer? Oh, so it's everyone's doing it. Okay.
But the Browns coming. He's the new sheriff in town.
That's good. Good for him. Way to clean it up over there at Google. Who would have thought?
You know what's funny is as soon as it was announced that this legal officer was going to be removed, a big tech reporter goes, "It is clearly now Sundar's show, the Indian." Like before, it was like, "Oh, it was allowed that everyone's allowed to rape."
Yeah.
Now, like the
I don't
Indians
think rape. Come on. Just made it rape. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Good for him, man. He's cleaning house.
Yeah.
All
big
right.
Sundar fan.
Last news story. This is just, to me, feels like a bad business announcement of the week. GM has decided now is the perfect time to revive the Hummer brand.
Yes.
So not only stupid, but also they're going to make it electric.
I like that.
It's just like the whole thing about the Hummer is that it's like it's a Hummer. Like it's a big gas guzzling military vehicle. Not like, hey, look, like who's the customer that is environmentally conscious but wants a Hummer? Who's that person?
You.
Schwarzenegger? Okay,
Schwarzenegger.
There's one buyer.
I was thinking about, like, I remember when I saw a Hummer at the peak of gas prices. I don't remember when this was, maybe 10 years ago. And I was driving down the street and I see this Hummer and I started laughing. Because I was like, it's like $6 a gallon and this guy's driving a freaking Hummer.
That's real well.
Yeah, it's just like stupidity.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because, like, I think the challenge with electric cars, everyone else who's done an electric car, it's kind of whack. Like, you don't really want
A Model X?
Chevy Bolt, or is that what it's called?
Sure, but what about Tesla?
Okay, I'm just saying, everyone's competing against Tesla in that space. So until you make your flagship car electric, I don't think you have a chance. So like when the Mustang comes out and it's electric, I'm sure people will buy it. Or when M3s are for BMW are electric, people will buy it. But until then, so Hummer is this iconic car. If it's electric, I feel like it has a chance. That someone who has some nostalgic
It's just like it's just not a big demo. Is all I'm saying.
I don't think Hummer was ever
Someone.
a big brand.
Yeah, but the Cybertruck's gonna crush it, right?
Crush it. Let's see how many people put $100 deposit on this freaking hunk of junk.
Cybertruck's gonna take 4 years?
Those are never coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are people's wallpapers on their phone. That's it.
Yeah, that was just for IG.
That's just, hey, look, I spent $100, man.
and
I'm
he
getting
got a
Cybertruck.
bunch of free loans.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
That was a
And
lot.
he'll
Smart
refund.
guy.
That was a
he'll
GoFundMe. That was a really well planned GoFundMe.
Yeah, and he's gonna return that money in 2 years when he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Because you can't even make a car that looks like
And he
that.
went and had some great dance moves in China.
Who? Elon?
Elon, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe that really took over the internet.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm a big fan of Elon. Okay, we got it. Last segment, Taylor. This is our new Monday segment. We did it last week and we crushed it.
Yeah, you guys did well.
Hopefully you are bringing the
I
real
hope I
stuff.
lose.
Because you know what a fund manager is.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Millennial Word Monday. That's right?
Yes, sir.
This is where every week Taylor gives us a millennial. It's more Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah.
Whatever.
But millennial and Monday alliteration.
Yes. A term, a song, literally anything, and we have to see who knows it.
Yep.
What is it? What do we got?
So for this one, it's a verb, stan. So you could say, I stan phase rug.
Super fan.
come on,
come on, dude.
Come on.
Eminem? Have you heard
Stan,
of Eminem?
bro! Eminem!
That's an
You're like
Eminem.
20 years old.
That's a boomer reference.
Yeah, okay,
Jesus.
boomer.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
All
Man, you
well,
got to kick it up.
Next week, we're kicking it up a lot.
We might need a younger person to control
Yeah,
this segment.
this is just.
I think we
this
got
was
a
I
old
might not
embarrassing.
be as cool as I think I am.
Yeah.
I thought I was so much cooler than you
You're
guys.
using your keto. You're not that
We
cool.
got an old guy trying to send us millennial words.
All right, I'm going to hit up Casey for some words for
Yeah.
next time.
Okay.
Dan.
Okay.
This guy.
Okay, that's all we got. Anything I'm missing,
No.
guys?
We're good.
Great start of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad we all agree on Joker.
No, we
Garbage,
2/3
you know.
agree.
We all agree.
Just a garbage, just a terrible movie.
Love Joker.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you hit us up on Instagram at GroupChatPod. Subscribe to our newsletter, group-chat.com. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.